Hey, I've had this on my mind for a while. It's the it's the it's the trick. The trick. Pay attention, because this is maybe I've said this probably 100 times before, so who knows if it's really true. Is like the thing, as Tony Soprano wouldn't say. That was really, really bad impression. It's like the trick. It's the trick. It's the thing. It's the thing that makes the big difference. Here's how most people think about trading. Here's most people. Most jerks. Let's just say it. Here's how most jerks think about trading. It's either a 1 or a 0, or a 0 or a 1. It's a loss, and it's a sad face, or it's a win, and it's a happy face. And everything that someone does when creating a system is try to get more of the wins and less of the losses. And so what they do is they end up with a series of completed trades. Closed trade 1 was a win. Closed trade 2 was a loss. Closed trade 3 was a win. And when they build a system, they're like, okay, I'm going to go long when the X crosses the little red line and the squiggly dot is going to be crossing over the rabbit jumps through the hoop and up the hole and down the whatever and blah, blah, blah. And what they try to do is they want to create a system, and the system is made up of entry, stop, target. And their life's mission is to create a system with an entry that has a stop loss that in most cases is smaller than the profit target, but in some cases might even be larger, and then a fixed profit target, and they want a win percentage that combined with these things works. And when they get the system all ready, they get it ready to go, they back test it visually, and this is what most jerks, most people do, okay? I don't know any other way to say it. What most people do then is they will only test a small period of time, and they will literally ignore the problems. They'll ignore it. They'll go, well, I wouldn't take that trade because it was 2 o'clock in the morning, or I wouldn't take this trade. So I sat next to a guy years and years and years ago, 11, 12 years ago in the office, and he was back testing a system. And I was like, well, the system clearly isn't profitable, Joe. He said, no, I wouldn't take that trade because it's like 2 p.m. And at 2 p.m. I'm always taking my wife to her hair appointment or something like that. It's ridiculous. It's the craziest thing I've ever heard. Or they'll backtest the system, and they'll backtest it, and they'll do a bunch of profitable years and be like, wow, this system is awesome. And then they get to something like 2017, and it's a big fat goose egg, like a giant drawdown. And they go, well, there you go. Well, we just wouldn't trade in 2017. Or they try to explain it away or something like that. Now, I'm one of these jerks. That's me too. I'll test a currency pair or a futures contract or a stock on a system, in an automated system, and it'll go fine until it doesn't go fine. And I could have a stop loss or not have a stop loss. It'll either have one giant losing trade or a series of losing trades that takes away all the profit. Show me a system, anybody, show me a system that backtests from 2005 until the present, or 2007 until the present, with a fixed stop loss, with a fixed profit target, or not, and accurate data, so accounting for the spread, so you don't have like zero spread. Show me a system that doesn't have a problem during that time frame, doesn't either blow up or have a huge drawdown. Doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. The search for the binary, holy grail trading system it's a fruitless search. It's a meaningless, pointless search. It's like Frodo, right? Frodo and Samwise Gamgee like run off to Mordor to throw the ring into the giant fire pit, and all along there was no ring, and then everybody dies. Sauron just, beams everybody with his eye. It's as if they were all along searching for or trying to do something that was absolutely impossible. Here's the different approach, and I'm going to call it the approach of the few. The few, the proud. This is a really, really small percentage. I'm going to call it the 1%. Even less than 1%. Even fewer than 1%. They don't care about binary results. People all the time will write me and say, well, the system doesn't work. It had too many losers in a row, or it didn't work in 2017. Toss it out. Toss it into the garbage. That's what they do. And I don't care. I don't care about the binary results. I don't care. And people get fixated on this and they argue with me and we get into, well, I don't do it anymore. I don't care. But there are entire trading related forums hoisted up with these conversations that hoist profit targets and entries and win percentages and risk reward ratios on individual trades. And they hoist it onto a pedestal and they worship at the altar of the perfect trading system. And they even brag about having discovered it. But nobody has. It's a complete lie, and I don't care what anybody says. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't exist. There is absolutely zero system like that. It doesn't exist. There is no set of rules, period, with a stop loss and an entry and a profit target and a binary win and loss that's ever going to make it through all market conditions. It's always going to blow up. Always. There is no alternative. But the few don't care about that. There are a group of traders, a chosen few group of the fellowship of the portfolio. One portfolio to rule them all. You see, the people on the left, the jerks, it's either two different outcomes, positive or negative. And each trade is a bubble. Positive, negative, positive, negative, 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 boom, the whole thing blows up. And individual trades matter, and individual win percentages matter, and the system on individual financial instruments matters. But someone who thinks of trading as a portfolio thinks of a group of trades in a much different way. All the trades are bunched together and considered as a whole. Positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, 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 negative, positive. That as a group, the strategy is profitable. And they're interested in equity growth. This is important. Equity growth as opposed to trade success or binary outcomes. I cannot emphasize this enough. There is a small group of traders that you've never met, because nobody ever thinks about it, and these people don't think to make videos like this, that don't care about the binary outcome of individual trades. All successful people don't care about the binary. All successful salespeople, hello, you don't want to buy it? Fine. Don't want to buy it? Fine. They don't care. They don't get frustrated or mad. The individual sales call ended with a no. They don't care. It doesn't matter to them. They're not going to be frustrated by it. You can't get hung up on one thing being a yes. Almost every single trader in the world is absolutely obsessed with getting a system that works all the time instead of a system that works across a portfolio. When you think of the portfolio approach, you close all your trades, all of them. You close all your trades when the equity growth has gone up, and you expect that some are losers and some are winners. Here's the problem with this. A binary trader goes, I made 200, I made 200, I made 200, I made $600. But all the while, they have a losing trade that's losing $599. Or they have a string of losses, close trades, stop out, stop out, stop out, that equaled $599. And so on the net, they've only made $1, and they think this is a giant fail. That's what they think. They say they haven't made enough money. They don't understand that on the whole, the strategy works. They don't understand the fact that they never had the 600. See, this is what people get hung up on. They thought, well, how do I keep the 600? How do I have all of that 600? Binary. I either have 600 or I have 0. No, it's either that you have $1 or you have 0. And that's what the portfolio trader understands. The portfolio trader understands that if you have a $200 win, a $200 win, a $200 win, and a floating $580 loss, you close the whole thing and you've made $20. And now you're a profitable trader across a portfolio. And now you scale up. Now you increase your trade size. because you're a winner. Because across the portfolio, you're fine. And your losers don't add up to more than your winners. And you close it all. What most people will do is they'll keep that loser open. It'll destroy them. But a portfolio trader, a winner, a not jerk, will take the money and run. I'm Rob Booker. Thanks for being here.